still on earthquakes. Before we continue, let's have a review of the previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we looked at earthquakes, where we said earthquakes are defined as a sudden shaking of the surface of the earth, resulting from the sudden release of energy in the earth's crust that creates seismic waves. We looked at the terms associated with earthquakes, where we looked at the focus, or the origin, or the hypocenter. We said the focus or the origin is the point where the earthquake begins, or the point where an earthquake occurs. You can also say that the focus is the point where the energy of an earthquake is released. We also looked at the epicenter, where we said the epicenter is the point that lies vertically above the focus. It is the point where the rupturing of the crust occurs. And so, it is the point where the most damage of the crust also occurs. We also talked about seismic waves, where we said these are the energy released by earthquakes. We looked at the types of seismic waves. We talked about the body waves and the surface waves. We said the body waves travel through the earth rather than across a surface. We looked at the types, where we said we have two types, the primary waves or the P waves and the secondary waves or the S waves. We said the primary waves cause crustal rocks to move forward and backward, and it can move through both solids and liquids. We said the S wave causes rocks to move side by side, and they can move through solids alone. We looked at the surface waves, where we said the surface waves travel through the surface rocks. With the surface wave, there are two types. We have the lave and the relief. With the lave, it travels through the surface by causing horizontal shifting of rocks. Relief also causes vertical and circular movement of rocks. We looked at the seismograph, where we said the seismograph is the tool used to measure earthquakes. We also talked about the Richter scale, where we said the Richter scale records the magnitude of an earthquake. We also talked about the isoseismal map, where we said it is a map that is drawn to show the earthquake intensity of a place. So this is what we did the last time. Let's have a quick exercise and continue with today's lesson.